that is the sickest vato on this mic, north, south, central, and all around this country. I'm the dopest Chicano podcaster to ever live. Yo, I'm always outside. I live outside.
He made it poppin' for you on the podcast.
No, he didn't, bro. We made it poppin'. We never needed Eyekon. This is facts, Prime. Salute to you, though. You're the homie. Is that, man, I haven't put these on yet. We didn't even, we did not need LA Eyekon. We did not need him. It was me and Juanito against the world. Food community, let's be honest, food community's platform was strong enough on its own. The only reason we brought Eyekon on, and you'll hear it in the podcast, is so he could be an editor and a second mic. Somebody that just says, ooh, he, right? Because he's like boring. Who interviews people and acts like he's too cool for them? You know what I mean? But anyway, let's get into this. What it do, what it is, what it was. This is your boy Pocho of the Pocho Podcast. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications and support a real one. The real original fool. And support this real original fool that's still outside, still hitting you fools with this constant, not giving up on the dream of bringing my people together. One fool from the north, one fool from Bakersfield, and one fool from Los Angeles. That was my dream. You can ask Juanito. I told him I was on a spiritual journey to bring my people together, because me as a northerner making one of the biggest mistakes in my life, joining a gang at 10, 12 years old, actually 12 years old and then 15 years old. But by 10 years old, I was already in the streets. And while I was able to escape, a lot of my friends were not able to escape. And a lot of my friends, real friends, spent 10, 20 years in prison. And they live the lifestyle that these rappers rap about. But these rappers don't live it. And they don't show you. They don't show you how a mother looks when she finds out her son is gone. How a mother looks when she can't stand that the homeboys are at the funeral because she knows that that's the issue. That's the cancer that ripped her son from her. Only a parent could understand. Only a parent could understand how horrible it would be to lose a child. And as a grown man and as a father, I cannot let my young people go into suicide, go into hospitals, mental institutions. Yeah, I'm blah, 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 but this is me. The reason why I went to the food community is because I saw Juanito doing something that nobody's ever done. Brought all of our people together, not just Southerners, not just Northerners, not just Bulldogs, but a bunch of fools. Fools like me, somebody that is problematic, that is emotional, that has made more mistakes than any fool that you ever met, that has fucked more bitches that you could ever dream of, that has been on more countries than you will ever be on. That is the sickest vato on this mic, north, south, central, and all around this country. I'm the dopest Chicano podcaster to ever live. I'm the voice. I'm the one that started this. Respectfully, you guys are living my dream without me at the table, but it's all love. Today, we're going to talk about the food community, how the podcast started, how it ended, LA Eyekon, Baldacci, Compa Raider, Prime, and a little bit of everything else. We're going to break it down. And it's a lot of love. A lot of love on this video, actually. I got so passionate watching this podcast. I got all the memories back that I felt when I started this thing. And I'm going to tell you first about the story of the Food Community Podcast, and then I'll react to a couple of these things. And if you don't want to be here, you don't got to be. When the pandemic hit, it broke my heart because I was making hundreds of thousands of dollars as a professional dope-ass photographer doing what I loved. I was so busy I could barely see my daughter. I was making so much money. And as an artist, you don't know how it is to make money off something you create. And I'm not talking about little money. I'm talking about the money that creates a whole family, a whole house, a backyard, a front yard, not an apartment. That kind of money. And I lost that, and I was sitting in a park thinking, what am I going to do? And I turned on my Instagram, and I saw the food community. What the heck is the food community? And I saw all these brown people getting online inspiring me. And I saw all these young boys, mainly, and ladies, making actually good music. Money Sign Suede, Peso, and so many others. And I was inspired. Little Weirdo, Rico, bands. Music that I actually listened to. I only listened to Tupac and a lot of mostly black African-American rap artists. And for me to love this music that was coming out of my Instagram when I was sitting at home feeling sad and depressed about not being outside. Yo, I'm always outside. I live outside. In the 90s, there was no social media. You had to go outside to make a motherfucking name for yourself. And I made a name. Why I still walk around no matter despite the hate. Remember, when the lie is more entertaining than the truth, the lie will run. The narrative. And when they can't get your boy on anything, run my name. When they can't get your boy on anything, what do? They sex play you. When they can't get you, they try to sex play you. Whenever somebody can't get you, that's all they do. They try to get into your personal bullshit life. We all make mistakes, and I'm not perfect, but I've never broken a law against my community or my people. Run my name. And I was inspired by the food community. I saw Food's Gone Wild and all this stuff, but they were buffooning our culture. And Food Community was giving us the full platter of Chicano lifestyle and Mexican lifestyle, Central American. Full culture, bro. You guys don't understand it. It's not Chicano culture. It's the food culture. It's us brown people not being perfect, showing all of ourselves. That's what podcasting is about. Telling the fucking truth. And today, you're going to hear the truth. I spit nothing but facts. And that's why Juanito brought me there. Now it's true. Like he said, I started interviewing vatos. Fools that even paid promo on the food community. I interviewed them too. For free. For the love. On IG Live. Because I was a man of action. I don't just sit around the sidelines waiting for things to happen. And then I kept telling Juanito, and I didn't even know it was Juan yet. We gotta make a podcast out of this. You gotta let me do this on your platform, or let's do it together. And eventually we talked one time for like 6 fucking hours, bro. 6 hours. I don't even talk to bitches that long. All night. We'd be falling on the phone talking to each other about the culture. No gay stuff. And I don't use the word pause because I'm all man and all straight. I don't gotta pause on every word like LA Fat Con. And I'm gonna try to be easy on this snake. I'm gonna try to be easy. The only reason I deleted that stuff is because I respect Juan, not Eyekon. And I'll get into that. Finally, and it is true, Juanito treated me well. But I am a vato that is used to being treated well. So it comes natural. So sorry if I didn't say thank you so much, Juan. But I'm used to being treated well. First class ticket to LA from the Bay. I don't even never had an actual, because it's such a short flight. First class ticket from the Bay to LA. Smoking the best weed when we got there. In a nice place in downtown LA. Even though I would have probably not done Skid Row for the location, but he doesn't know LA as good as I know LA. No disrespect. I know that because you didn't know what Nella was. Shout out to Nella, Northeast LA. And we started something, bro. Juanito, do you remember me picking up all that trash in that apartment and throwing it out? From all the boxes? That first set I built with you. You gave me my haircut. You gave me the lokes that are on the wall. I still have my lokes on the wall because that's how important that period was for me. He bought me that for me. Who buys a homie lokes? He bought me shoes, nice pairs of shoes too. And I'll be honest, I wasn't ready for all this, having to change clothes and all this. And I can't even help me get some clothes too. The fucking guy ruined it all for us. And I'll get to that. And basically everything Juanito said, if you don't want to watch this, was facts. I confirm it. There are a couple things I wasn't there for. Like the diabetes thing and a couple of things. I didn't hear that, but I wasn't. But overall, everything Juanito said was facts. But if you want to hear the rest of the story, keep listening. I'm not going to edit this shit for nothing. I'm going to just put this straight out. I don't even think I'm going to do pictures. I'm not even using my shades because I want you to see my eyes in this shit. Because it matters to me, man. This matters to me. I come from a family that serves the people. For 50 years, bruh. Longer, my jefita Alicia Sanchez has been doing it. So we started. And I already told, and this is the first lie that Eyekon did that I didn't appreciate, because no matter what you know about, everybody knows that I never deny where I come from. Never, Eyekon. I've lived in Los Angeles for 14 years and I never denied it. Ask one Southsider. So you think you think you're tough enough that I'm not going to tell you? I told you right away. And you said, oh, like, for real? I was like, yeah. Like, jumped into a gang, but I'm elevated. I'm on a whole nother plateau. I'm not worried about that. Let's work. You're connected to No Jumper. You edit good. You did Negatives, the Indicted show good. Let's work. And like he says in the video, I brought LA Eyekon. Can you imagine? I bring in Eyekon. I'm not even going to keep going through this because it'll take too long. Yes, I'm the one that brought LA Eyekon on. And he snaked me out of my own position through using gang politics and hate. Juanito, when I told you, anytime I do business with another man, I say within 3 months, somebody's going to come and hate on me and going to come and say something. Somebody you know. They're going to either say I'm a dropout. I'm not. I elevated. Never dropped out. Never snitched. Never got into hot seats. Never run my name. No paperwork. No paperwork. Remember that. You can't talk down on a good homeboy if there's no paperwork. That makes you a fucking dropout. They're going to call me a dropout, a cop lover. I just recently had a crazy ass stalker bitch worry about my security thing and started hating all this. I had to switch it to bodyguards. Now I'm cool with it. I didn't even know that I was doing something wrong. But now it's solid bodyguards. Because when I moved back from Los Angeles, I saw that they were doing restorative justice in the schools. And I saw that there was community outreach in the community from the city. And I have a master's degree from the University of Southern California, baby. And Cal State Northridge. Fight on. And so I got a job being a community outreach officer for the city of Santa Rosa, giving back. So I told Juanito, they're going to call me a cop lover because in that kind of work, you got to work around cops. You got to work around gang prevention people. You got to work around nonprofit. We live in the real world, bro. And real people understand that. So I told them, remember, they're going to call me a dropout, a cop lover. And yes, in the pandemic and throughout my whole life, bro, I was always what you guys might call a womanizer, a player. I'm sorry, but there's only 10% of men that actually get women. And I mean having options. And I'm an Aries, and I like attention, and I'm working on that. And I fuck hella bitches, it's true. And sometimes I can be thirsty, and I'm working on that. And as I grow and I get older, I want more intimacy and love, not just pussy, you feel me? Just being real. So they're going to try to call me all kinds of different things. The R word, a pedo, all these sick ass words with no evidence. No evidence at all. They're going to say, that fool's thirsty. He just tries to, yes, dude, bro, I don't care. I was raised in a time when all it was about is making money and effing girls. Chasing women, bro. You're just mad. Most guys that hate on you for that, it's because they can't get girls. LA Eyekon, you're run by your woman. You saw me running around town getting women and you were jealous. So all this to say is that Eyekon used the things that people hate on me. And I think was putting it in Juanito's head in different little ways. He would even say it on the podcast sometimes. He's girl crazy. Fool. You got an average girl with a BBL. Shut up, dog. You don't know my problems. You don't know about how it feels to have 10s and 9s that you have to work on to get, but there's 6 and 7s that you can get all day. And they feed your ego. Just being honest. And sometimes you offend people when you're interacting. But all that to say is that this fool tried to use that against me. And let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. The meat and potatoes. So after we bringing him on, right? We've already done all the podcasting. I saw how Eyekon was being a snake through it all. And he brought this whole gang element that we didn't want. Juanito's a civilian, bro. I'm past that. I have a master's degree. You're not even like that, bro. I know fools. Shot Joey. I'm not even getting to other fools I know from Sereno. You're not even really like that, bro. And you know it, and everybody knows it. You're like a rapper, artist. Like Prime said, you're like a good kid. It's always the fools that are trying to act extra, bro. You need to worry about your fucking health because you're just getting fatter. And eventually, Negra's not going to just stand for that. But let's get to the facts. So, with me, we can talk about it. I might even react to it, but let me just get it out first, and then I'm going to react maybe. With me, everything Juan said was facts. He treated me well, but Juanito, I expect that if I'm not getting paid. You feel me? I expect that. And I expected my clout, respectfully. Because I needed to get bigger so that if I was bigger, then I could create more profit in my own life for my family, brother. Just like you're doing. So I needed to get clouted up, right? So that's what I was asking for. So I was working for clout. And so once we started working, I just want you guys to think about this. Imagine you bring somebody on. He brings on a publicist. Now, supposedly, he's the publicist for us. Shout out to Sour Apple because he's actually a good guy and does great work. I have no complaints about Chris Sour Apple. Only that you went and cried to these guys instead of talking to me about it, knowing that I was frustrated. But he got scary because he's not really like that, respectfully. But shout out to him. I have no complaints on his professionalism. And I acknowledge crashing out on him and it wasn't right. But it was true. We had clear-cut rules, bro, expectations. 1 reel for me, 1 reel for you, Eyekon, and 1 reel for the artist. That's fair. And again, he started doing 1 for the full community or for the artist, you know, like Jenny, and then 1 for him and not for me. And I tried to shut it down right away. But my problem is I crashed out. But imagine, bro, this is just one last thing I want you to imagine, Juan and all the other people, fools. I gave up my life at home with my fucking daughter to go to LA to start something that we didn't even know was going to happen for no money. Once we create and do amazing things together. And it is true, Prime even said it. We were a great team. And Eyekon fully had to F it up. And I do take small part. I had 15 seconds of crashing out and I lost everything while Eyekon continued to do snake moves and you couldn't see it, bro. And I even told Eyekon, you can have this, bro. And Eyekon, every time one, you know, was like a little bit like, I don't know if I want to share profit. I was always the one saying I'm down to share profit. And I shouldn't have been that easy and open. But I was trying to be respectful because we were in your hometown. And you were helping us make some connections. But you were holding them to the chest. Like you never shot me out at no jumper, but you would shot Juan out, you know? I always noticed that. And it's just sad, man. It's sad how sick you are, bro, of envy. You should worry about yourself, dog. You're dying, bro. You're dying. Getting fat is dying. And getting fatter is dead. It's true, Juan. That's why I didn't want to mess with you, bro, because you won't catch a fade. And you don't got good aim. You're out of breath, bro. Anybody knows that when they shoot, you got to be in shape, my boy, to be a real shooter. But you wouldn't know anything about that, would you? Nah. I could tell. Stupid boys. Stupid little fat boys. how envious you were of Gold Toes, how envious you were of Crook, how envious you were of so many, how you would yawn when we would work. Whatever you want to say, Juanito, you can't say that I didn't put in the most work at professional podcasting. And I crashed out because it meant something to me. And the reason I didn't speak more to you later, because I was afraid of what I was going to do, bro. I'm really like that. I would have gone down there and started tripping on you fools. I'm really like that. But I'm working on myself. And what did I do? I was with my daughter. I hugged my daughter, bro. That's all I did. I stayed with my family. Stayed close to God. And I'm still here. I've been working a job, bro, every day. 40 hours a week. Getting paid half as much as I used to make. And it hurts, bro. And it hurts. But I'm a father and there's no time to complain. But Eyekon, you took my dream from me. My dream was this. This was my dream. This was our dream. And I'll never forgive you for that, bro. I don't even have the time for drama. And yeah, I might be going off, but it's true. And you guys went off and started making just a lame podcast, bro. I'm sorry, after I left. Shout out to Prime for saying that after I left, he got off there. Because respectfully, none of you fools can sit with me. And I want to say that I deserve another spot on that team with you guys. Compa Raiders, shout out to you. I was talking to you, the DM, man. I just appreciate, being open and being cool. Prime, salute, man. I really wish I would have, brought you on an Eyekon, man. I just don't get it. We had it all. We didn't need nothing. Eyekon, that's what Prime's telling you, bro. Why do you do this? Why do you destroy everything? If you were with Eyekon now, you're a joke. But why? Why did you do all this messy shit when we brought you on? Because we believed in you, bro. We saw value in you. And then you snake everybody, bro. And some of I'm not going to say their names. They told me not to bring you on. But they laughed kind of it off, so I didn't take them serious. And you did hold back hella fools. Stop it, bro. You got on there acting. That's what got me so pissed, wanting to crash out. That one crash out was because of a bunch of things before. That one crash out is because I was sick and tired of your behavior. The day I leave, he does the Crip Mac video the next day I leave. So he could have it all to himself. He's like the vato that's supposed to, come over for a weekend and stays forever, tries to move in, the fat guy, the guy on the couch. And he didn't want to do the interview. Ask Baldacci, it was just going to be me and him. And he was still acting all weird. And it just made it so messy that we were just like, yeah, we'll get to it. We'll kind of circle back to Baldacci. All I'm going to say is everything that Juanito said was facts on this podcast. And the only things that I don't know about is the diabetes thing with Baldacci. If he's I don't know about that part. But everything else that Juanito said on there was facts. 100% facts. And the greatest Chicano rappers, not in order, but just are, is Conejo, Little One, Little Rob, King Little G, I want to put him in there, but he's not Chicano, dog, so I'm not going to. That's it. So again, to finish this off, Eyekon snaked us all. We were a great team. We could have done great things, and I wish, Juanito, you would put it out, bro. Because all of us could win together one big California car, one big Texas car, one big brown car, bro. Why do we separate, people? I ask you. And I asked for my job back, my place. I don't think you could fire me because you paid different things, but you didn't pay me. We just stopped collaborating. But if you want to call it that, cool. Well, I deserve to be rehired. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Food Community Podcast. If your boy should be back in there in the 4th seat, providing and adding value from a Northern California perspective. That's one thing I just don't understand sometimes. I never had discrimination in LA. But when this podcast scene, I feel like they don't want to see me. I don't know if they think that I'm just too good at this. But I think that I would add value, bro. Those 3 guys up there are the dopest dudes I know. But I know this culture like Juanito. There ain't nobody that knows it like me. And I deserve my place in history and on that podcast is because it was my dream, Juanito. To bring our people together and to talk shit and joke and have fun and not be held back. And that's why I love this podcast, is because they didn't hold back for nothing. They didn't hold back for nothing. They spoke facts. That's what podcasting is about. Speaking the facts, even if that hurts. Because we're getting to a greater truth. Lady Pinks, it's true. She only trolls people, men, because she knows when she trolls a woman, she's going to have to get at them. Or she only trolls a woman that isn't, willing to be a real fighter. I want to react to this, but I just had it in my heart to tell you how I feel, man. But I can tell you that I'm in my garage now, man. I'm close to my family. After finding out who is who and what is what, man, it hurts. But I hope one day that we can all come together, and I hope that my legacy is remembered as somebody that tried to bring our people together while trying to find the truth. And the truth, I told you, hurts. So sometimes we got to talk crazy, but we're coming to a better place. I don't even care what happens to Eyekon. I'm already brokenhearted by that because I'm the one that brought him in. It was my mistake. And it's sad, bro. I brought you into this whole thing. The face of the food community. I'm the face of the food community. Juanito's the face. Eyekon, you were an editor, dog. You still are, bro. I hope the best for you, dog, because I'm not even tripping on you. I'm worried about bigger issues. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you guys like the food this new podcast? I don't even know what it's named. All facts. True. But yeah, let me know. I want to be back with the foods. You know why? Because I love LA and I just think that I would bring such a dope perspective to this podcast, to the food community, to the homies down in LA and up north. Anyway, regardless, my family loves me. A couple homies I have left love me. And that's all that matters, man. Kept my eye check. Didn't know shades today, so you know it's real. Shout out to Juanito. Shout out to Compa Raider. Shout out to Prime, who, when I went to LA, showed me a great time. Like a real guest does, bro. I will always regret not picking Prime to be the co-host of the Food Community Podcast. But hey, it worked out, Now he is. Oh, man, what a world. This is your boy Pocho One, and I'm out.
And I was never a fan of the podcast when after Pocho left. Loki.
So trip out. Let me get to the point, though.
Facts. Nothing but facts. Thank you, Prime. And let your boy back.
Jenny 69, Fluffy,
Fire.
Facts.
Little Rob.
Facts.
Like, I helped facilitate that, bro. Do the
Fact.
flap on you when he gets the chance.
Yo.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real shit, bro.
He's definitely gonna get over on
him
you.
about this?
Confront him for what? He ain't gonna pay no bands. He ain't gonna run no fade.
Ooh.
So what's the point of
Oh,
confronting him?
damn.
Facts.
Somebody was on my feria.
My main goal is to bring our people together through conversations and debates that don't lead to death or destruction, but to truth and solidarity. And this is what we're doing. And it looks crazy. And this is how it works out this way. You got to work it. But eventually the good comes out of it because the truth comes out. You find out what's what. So I wanted to bring my people together. And now they're coming together. Look at all the things that are happening. But I didn't come in here for views. Of course we all want to get money, right? Chase bags. Have fun. But it was to bring my people together. And what's so devastating by all of this is that I had nothing but good intentions going down there. And I got met with just nothing but just struggles and hate, you feel me? And now You know, I just have nobody's ever talked to me the way people talk on the internet sometimes about me in person ever, bro. And I can handle that. I asked for it. I'm not saying anything, but I'm just saying, never. And it's like, is it worth it? I don't know.
Can't feel some type of way.
Oh, so if you're doing it, you're tired of
So
it.
that's like running you then.
No.
And this is what I also didn't like, bro, is that Eyekon always wanted us to take things down and was like, bro, this is the full community, bro. That's why it's like, respectfully, Prime's over there saying like, oh, I don't watch all this. Well, bro, you're in the space, you should be watching some of this if you're a podcaster. But, bro, like, oh my God, bro. It's like he kept hitting. Did I ever tell you one time to take a post down? That's what annoyed me because I even told you, I don't care. I'm with the business. You feel me? Even when Gold Toes or this, that, like I was with it, bro. I didn't say nothing. I was just like, let's go. That's your platform. I'm in the podcast. I speak for myself. You know what I mean? I can stand on business. I'm not worried about my relationships. They know that I came into the full community. The full community was already going. I don't need to like worry, but Eykon's scary like that. And the other thing is that fools think that they can talk to Eyekon and get them all scared and this fool Juanito talks about Eyekon being all scared, bro. Like, you can't scare me to tell Juan that he has to take a post down. That's why I was built for the full community. That Vato wasn't. Sad.
Baldacci, fool.
Oh, there's beefy?
So Eyekon told you don't post that fool.
Like, he didn't want Baldacci getting posted, but...
Damn.
But,
What?
And that's facts, bro. When I was there, I'm not going to get too much into it because it's like, what does it matter, right? You know what I mean? But I will say that he was holding a lot of people back on his own, based on his own, trying to like get back. There's even artists that are not lower, but not as popular as Baldacci. You know what I mean? They got the same thing. And that's when I knew I couldn't stay. I knew it was over for me. I knew that, you know what I mean? Now we're playing politics, And that was sad. And Baldacci's the face of Los Angeles, bro. He's been doing it for so many years. I know his brother, Sailor, and it's just like, for just like Prime was saying, for you just to do that, just because on some personal thing. I'm not even going to get into that, but just because it's a personal thing. You know what I mean? I still don't even get why you tripping. It wasn't even when you guys were like together, it was before you. So what does it matter? Anyway.
Like
Nah,
when I talk about it, I'm generally passionate about it.
Nah, he looked.
Yeah, I don't know. That kind of did annoy me because I feel like Eyekon be acting too, like he's too cool for school, bro. Like we and Juanito have more of a passion for it, so it's okay. Like Juan he's not afraid to say he's a fan of something. Either am I, I even remember like, anyway, I'm not even gonna get into the dog, but it was happening. You know what I mean? It was happening.
More raza than ever, no?
This fool. No manches way. I'm fucking Chicano, dog. I'm proud to be Irish, but the Irish are, bro. First off, if you're watching TikTok, the Irish redheads are black now.
German?
Who?
They
got one German. That fool's more Mexican. Juanito's like Mexican Chicano. He's like a paisa Chicano, dog. That fool's hella Mexican.
Yeah, caliente, homie.
Why did you say that then?
Huh?
He looks Mexican too. I don't even get that.
No, wasn't Pocho one half?
Well, that fool's, he's like half, I don't know what the fuck.
What happened to Pocho?
What happened to Pocho one,
Yeah,
fool?
say it up.
No.
Yeah. What the?
Great host. He was a great host, fool.
Yeah.
Him and Eyekon together was good, way.
We were though. We were.
He pressed me.
He punked
I
you?
heard that he was.
Hey, I will say that Juanito in the back now with his face would be dope, but me taking things serious and Eyekon kind of tapping in with funny little jokes. We were good, bro. I'm not gonna deny it. Our team was good. I think it's too far to ever come back, but we were good.
In the middle of the night with the filero on you, dog.
What happened, fool?
He pressed.
Nah, I want to be really factual, bro. I did not press Juanito, Eyekon, or anybody in person. It was all over the phone, and I wasn't pressing. I was just crashing out.
Publicist, fool. He ain't get at me with that energy. Pretty much what happened. No.
I would though, nah, but I will get at anybody. It's just I wouldn't want to. I respect that fool too much. Again, I already watched this, but I'm gonna just tell you. It's just that I thought Juan was in cahoots with LA Eyekon and Chris Sour Apple. Imagine you bring in Eyekon, he brings in publicists, and they try to take you out the game. So then you think the owner's part of it, bro. It makes sense, right? You wouldn't be frustrated.
The real reason why Pocho got fired, fool.
The fool had to take a drink.
Let me find out his Eyekon. Again. Got him fired. Oh, he took a shot for this.
Yeah, I gotta take a drink for that one, huh, my boy? What about shout out to me though?
Hey, nah, the reason that fool is because that fool Pocho,
Yeah,
who's it? This fool on Instagram, he'd interview them, like, right? Even if it was a promo.
yeah.
Like, he'd
Facts,
interview them.
bro.
So I kind of took interest in the fact that this fool was interviewing all fool community artists and interviewing them. And again, bro, I don't care if fools are from up north or south, is whatever, fool. Like,
That fool's a good podcaster, fool.
Anyway, so
Thank
I'm like,
you.
yeah, let me bring this fool on board. He's already fucking with the artists on Food Community who we're gonna interview in real life, not just on the Instagram live how he was doing it. So I brought him on pretty much, and then he brought on Eyekon. So it's not like I handpicked Eyekon, like
Oh!
Facts, bro. Facts.
Snake on! His new name is Snake on, fool. Get out.
Snake on, dog. Snake on.
God,
He called me, fool.
we needed a
Hey, bro, ain't that the imagine? I mean, you guys have to understand how easy it would to crash out if you brought somebody on. Imagine bringing people on, bro. I mean, they're so lucky I didn't knock them out. Not one, but you know, Fat Con, Snake Con, and Sour Apple. Actually, Sour Apple was just speaking for Eyekon, and Sour Apple was just trying to get put on in the food community, bro. When everybody's sucking at the clout monster, you know, like everybody wanted clout, right? So they'd do whatever for it. Well, I wasn't willing to do whatever for it. So as you hear, I just be like, all right, dog, do your thing. But then I did go on a fucking... Once, the moment I found out, I thought that the food community was going against me with part of the Kahoot thing with Eyekon, because Eyekon sent a bunch of things trying to think that he was gonna blackmail me, you know, like about these Karens that try to cancel me, bro. But you can't cancel what God created, my boy. And it didn't scare me, dog. And I told him, bro, I'm gonna your wife one day, dog. I might have to do that, Eyekon. Be careful, bro.
needed an editor, fool. And Eyekon, he's an editor, like he.
See, I told you guys.
For a minute.
So I brought him on to be an editor, not to be a personality, because like
And this fool took over. Imagine what kind of snake con he is.
Like, let's keep it real, fool. Like, his interviews, like, he looks, like, laid back. Like, he looks like he's not
So
interested.
what you're
bored.
saying is,
So I brought him on because I needed somebody to edit the YouTube videos. Fool.
Facts,
But
bro.
then
Facts. I didn't want to do all that, bro.
Pocho got left out the picture because that fool was just there. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. We gonna make you the star instead of Pocho. Type shit. So pretty much how Pocho got fired was,
Oh, shout out Sour Apple.
Hey, but Sour Apple was a good publicist,
That's
actually.
your boy. But he doing his thing, bro. Anyways, that fool got at Chris and he's all like, he turned up on him because he was like, hey, bro.
Bumped that fool?
But we were posting clips of the people we were interviewing.
And I was working for
We were
clout.
posting clips about like.
It's like not
Pocho.
getting your check.
So Pocho's thing was like, he was telling Chris like, yeah, bro, like, what the fuck, man? I feel like, you guys aren't posting me, bro. Like, how come you guys aren't posting no clips on the Instagram page of me, bro? The deal was that Eyekon was gonna edit a clip for the interviewer, a clip for him, and a clip for me. How come my clips ain't going? And like, I mean, come on, fool. Like, how you think I'm gonna film, my boy? Like, I'm a business owner. You willing to crash out and threaten me over you not getting posted? Like, I can't trust you when it comes down to some serious shit down the line in business.
My point, though, is that it was a bunch of things, right? That was just the last thing for me, bro, is that I came home and I wasn't getting... So now you guys were over there by yourselves and I wasn't getting mines, you know what I mean? So, of course, I'm going to crash out, bro. It was crazy. But I shouldn't threaten your guys' lives, though. I do acknowledge that I'm working on myself, but I didn't really mean it that like that. I was just like mad, frustrated, bro. Like, dang, bro, people can't get frustrated. The thing is, I was talking to a publicist. If the one part about Chris, where I felt like he wasn't professional, is that was supposed to be between us. I was just trying to, you know, vent my frustrations, bro. And he went over there and told them like I was really threatening him when I was just venting my frustrations. Hey, word, dog.
Because you weren't posting them. No money, no post.
That wasn't my responsibility.
Facts, bro. Facts.
It was Eykon's responsibility to make the clips because, again, he was brought on as an editor.
So you saying Eyekon hated?
Look, bro, let me get back to the story, fool. Mind you, we're on a FaceTime.
Yeah.
I'm looking at Eykon's face, fool. This
Bitch
fool's got
ass.
a big ass smile, fool. Just fucking happy, fool.
Snake.
He's all like, my time has come.
Let me tell you.
Hey, it all comes out though,
Some
Fat
months when
Con.
you pay only Eyekon like $300.
He got fired for like 6-8 months straight. That fool was making videos about the food community, making shorts. Oh, fuck Juan, fuck Eyekon. What people do?
I was.
It
My
wasn't until
bad.
Eyekon got fired. I mean, not Eyekon left. Like a month after that.
But remember, people, I thought Juan was in cahoots with Eyekon. Dude, I left my daughter and boxes, bro. Boxes. I created that set. Do you know how much work I did, bro? It was
All that Pocho was like, hey, bro, like, what's up with you? Like, cause he was.
Hold on.
No, me too.
One.
Like,
Let's give Gold Toes a little credit. I'm keeping it 100. Damn. Oh shit. Let's give Gold Toes a little credit though. Gold Toes was in between for a little bit between me and you before me and you talked. Shout out to Gold Toes for doing so much for our brown people behind the scenes and in front of the scenes. We just had to be honest with that. It first started because we both told Gold Toes or something like that. Gold Toes was involved in our first communication.
I'm pretty much like, hey, bro, like, what's the problem? Like, if there's a problem, I need you to understand there was a problem because I felt like you were a liability because I couldn't trust you because you said this. So
I get that part. I thought it's because he just wanted to push me out because of how, like, you know, about the people that hate on me, that try to sex play me, try to call me a player, a predator, all these kind of things when it's just not true, bro. I've been with over 1,000 females. Sad to say, I'm not proud of that. You can't find one of them that they might say I'm an asshole. But nothing like that, bro. Stop it. You guys can call me this, but don't call me that. It's not going to check out. Run my name.
to know that the reason I ain't fucking with you because you did X, Y, and Z. So that's what that phone call was about. And he pretty much said, oh, well, I understand. And I felt this type of way. And it was cool. You know, we squashed it. And then while we were having that conversation, bro, on the phone for like damn near 2 hours, fool, late at night, fool, like 2 a.m., if you could take down all those reels, all those negative reels that you said about the food community
Facts.
and Eyekon.
I
because
did.
if you were following Pocho at the time, for you would know this fool had like 200 reels. Just, I'm not even exaggerating, bro. Just bashing Eyekon, bro. And I told him like, yeah, bro, like take down all the food community shit and take down all the negative shit you said about Eyekon.
And he did.
And he did it, bro. I didn't have to tell him to take down. Hold on. I didn't have to tell him to take down negative down about Eyekon. I could you keep the Eyekon ones up, but I didn't, fool, because at the time I'm thinking like, all right, Eyekon.
So let me get my job back. God damn.
Why you deleting all the food community shit? Fortify, do me a favor and take down everything negative you said about Eyekon. And that's why if you go on
Facts.
YouTube right now, you look up Pocho on Eyekon, there ain't really nothing negative he's saying, bro, because he deleted all those 200 reels, motherfucking goddamn 40 or 50 long form videos. It's because of me, fool. So while I'm over here looking out for Eyekon, telling this fool to take everything.
That's how crazy Eyekon is.
He's over here backdooring me and shit.
Backdoored Juan, backdoored me, backdoors everybody that ever tries to help him. Like, Juan is not just out for the promo bag, bro. That folk really cares about his people. I'll be honest, that's why I fucked with him. Juan, when I first met you, when we got into the car, when you picked me up at the airport, I was like, oh, damn, thank God, fool, you're cool. Not like all these other bloggers are just leeches.